Jonathan is a UKIP MEP for the North East of England. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
So, are you quaking in your boots at the thought that John McDonnell thinks that you're part of an evil force?
No, not quaking in my boots, of course, but it does say something, I think, about Jeremy Corbyn's newer kind of form of politics that he was supposed to be bringing into the Labour Party. We've got something quite different. We've got the same old nastiness, negativity, and of course it's exactly this kind of thing, this kind of comment that feeds the kind of reaction that you get from quite often far-left activists, the kind of people who stick dog feces through UKIP offices, the kind of people who are very much intimidating towards UKIP activists on the streets, and we saw a lot of that during the general election campaign. When you see somebody who's a senior figure in a major political party coming out with comments like those, then it is something which, okay, I'm used to it. I'm somebody who's been doing this for a number of years. But there are people who are political activists who do feel quite intimidated by such remarks, especially when they've got absolutely no basis in fact.
I mean, obviously he's electioneering and he's trying to carve out, his or distinguish, his candidate, his people, and it's been a safe Labour seat, of course, that neck of the woods. But this dissension into areas such as evil and racist and all the rest of it, and as a UKIP member, you'll be aware, Jonathan, that these tags, rightly or wrongly, do sort of follow UKIP around a little bit.
Well, this is what I find so difficult to believe. I mean, it's the Labour Party, of course, are the party that have got ex-BNP members as councillors, whereas UKIP don't allow those people to join our party at all. When we've had people who've done or said daft things in the past, things that don't align with our values, then we have done something about it. We've kicked those people out of the party. Actually, if you look at someone like McDonnell, you look at some of the views that he has expressed in the past, whether it's on IRA terrorism or whether it's pulling out the little red book of a mass murderer in the House of Commons, those things would be seen by a lot of people as being particularly extremist themselves. But nobody called him evil for doing so.
Here's an email that I shouldn't really read out because it just starts off with a rather just silly and slightly infuriating comment. Mr. Collins, I don't know, call somebody Mr. Collins. It's half-wit. A party political broadcast on behalf of UKIP. Well, I defy anybody to... Sorry, I can't believe I've got to go through this again. But this is not a party political broadcast. I'm inviting people on either side of this discussion to call in. And if it was, I wouldn't be reading out this email. But this is the point, Jonathan. She says, John McDonnell is correct. This is she or he. I think it's a he, because it doesn't seem like a she would write this. But Jonathan McDonnell is correct. UKIP is a racist party, a party whose popularity is based on fear of minorities. This is evil. A party that believes black people import HIV in this country and want to flood the country to produce cheap labour is despicable, and you should stop defending them. I haven't defended anybody. How is it? Am I supposed to take seriously somebody who sent me that? But anyway, that's the point, Jonathan. That's the kind of accusation, that's the sort of dead wood that you get levelled at you on a fairly regular basis. Not you personally, I should add.
Indeed, and it's absolutely nonsense. I mean, the views that person has just ascribed are not the views of UKIP. They're not things that I stand for. They're not things that UKIP stands for. The idea that UKIP is somehow anti-black people or anti-minority, not only is it self-evidently ridiculous, but actually, when you look at UKIP's policies on immigration, we're the only party that has got a colourblind policy on immigration. We're the only people that are saying that actually whether you come from Pakistan or from Poland or from France or from New Zealand, it doesn't matter. We would treat you exactly the same way. And the question for people coming into the country really is, are these people who are going to bring skills that we need in our economy, that are going to make the country a better place? Are we bringing in people who are going to learn to speak English? Are we bringing in people who don't have a criminal record? That's just simple, basic fairness. And yet when we make this point of basic fairness, we are pilloried by those who would prefer to resort to name-calling, to accusations, rather than genuine debate.
All right, listen, Jonathan, I have to stop there, sir, but thank you.